Here's our standard XY coordinate system. I've got the positive x-axis and the positive y-axis, and I'd like to talk about the orientation for turning that into a three-dimensional coordinate system with a z-axis. And so what we'd like in this system is for the z-axis to have the same origin but to be coming out towards us. Okay? Now it's hard to visualize on paper, so I'm going to use my fingers. So what I've got here is my x and y positive axes. Ignore my thumb momentarily. What I'm going to do is turn my thumb into a z-axis, which is going to naturally point back at me. Okay? And so there's nothing wrong with the orientation of this coordinate system where the z-axis is my thumb. However, typically we like the z-axis to be the vertical direction to point up. Okay? So the natural thing to do if I want my thumb to point up is simply to turn my left hand, by the way this is my left hand, and point my thumb up. And so I've got this new system where my x-axis is my middle finger, my positive x-axis is my middle finger, my positive y-axis is my index, and my positive z-axis is my thumb. However, this is a bit unnatural because the positive y-axis is going backwards. And so we can make one small adjustment where our positive z-axis stays vertical, but our positive y-axis does not point backwards, and we simply rotate our hand back towards us. So now, this is the orientation typically used. The positive x points at us, the positive y points to the right, and the positive z points up. So let's go back to our paper and draw it in such a way. And we have to give it perspective since it's a three-dimensional system. So here's my origin. My positive x-axis points at us. My positive y-axis points to the right. And my positive z-axis points up. And so that's the standard orientation for a three-dimensional XYZ coordinate system. And so x is the front-back dimension, y is the left-right dimension, and z is the up-down dimension.